What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Underdog Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Nolan Ski, and alongside Antonio Fiore Salestrina. Gentlemen, how the heck are we doing?
Better than Mark Andrews.
Yeah, he is definitely getting death threats at the moment. That shit.
That's as bad of a fourth quarter as any NFL football player has ever played. A fumble and a drop 2-point conversion to tie the game.
I mean, like, I could not believe he dropped that. Like, that's one of the worst drops in recent history.
The Ravens run the same fourth or 2-point play every time. There's like 3 or 4 videos of them running the same exact play. It's like, do they
And
not
they
have
don't
another
get
play?
it. They
never
get
get it. They never get it.
Dude, imagine if that happened against the Chiefs. We would be flipping out, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I would have thrown my TV out the window.
So who thinks the Ravens would have given them a better game? Because I think the Ravens would have given them a better game than the Bills will this week.
I disagree. I think the Bills will give them a better game.
I wouldn't argue that, Sal. I don't think it's a bad take at all.
I don't think it's a bad take, no. I mean,
dude, they're both really good, and I think the Bills are going to give them a tough game too. But like, I think the Ravens could have beat that team.
I would love Eagles-Bills. That would be so
Eagles-Bills. Do you remember the game they played last year?
Yeah, and we got fingered on that.
Oh yeah, dude, I had so much money on the Bills.
I had Bills money line, and the spread was 3.5, and my lock of the year was 3.5.
I think
they covered, but
I had 400 in the Bills. That's the most I've had on a bet in the last like 2 years, dude.
I had a 4-team parlay come down to that game, and it was to win like so much money.
I was sitting
Bills money line and not Bills spread. I was so mad,
dude. I was sitting in traffic coming out of MetLife, and it was like the world was falling apart. I had to piss so bad. I had like 8%, so I was like selectively streaming the game, trying like whenever there's no commercials, lock my phone just to see fucking that stupid shit in overtime.
Yeah, well, the best part about that is Jake Elliott can't make a kick now, but when it was like raining sideways from the 60-yard line, he buried it, no problem. Yeah,
yeah, he was automatic for a minute, but I think every kicker
he used to be really good.
Dude, he has like 3 60-yard kicks. It's insane.
I mean, every kicker is shit.
I think he's missed a kick for the last 6 games. I think he's missed 1 kick every game for the last 6 games.
Good kickers are horrible now.
They're slowly becoming college kickers.
I don't even know what to say because like, dude, it's like once you lose it, it's done. Like it feels like you can't hit it back.
Did Adam Silver like take Roger Goodell out to dinner and he's like, "So I got this magnet technology."
He's making kickers ass, dude.
It's like it'll be real simple to slide inside the middle of the uprights.
I mean, people missing kicks a lot does kind of make the game more exciting.
Oh yeah.
Because like nothing is automatic now.
It's not a guarantee.
Yeah, when they're automatic, it's not as fun. Just like
but then when it's your team, you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, inside 35, kickers are pretty automatic. Even inside 40. I was gonna say,
if it's like a 40-yard field goal and he steps up and misses it, you're shocked. Like that's
anything over 40 kind of is just like it's not automatic anymore for anybody.
That's why college football is so funny. It's like they'll get to the 20-yard line and then they'll go to kick a field goal and miss it. It's like how
they miss it every time. College kickers are so bad. That's why like there are always soccer players that end up in the NFL. It's like because number one, it's way more money, and number two, they just kick the ball better. Like usually, it's like some guy from the parking lot on these college teams. It's not even like a it's like a regular football player that ended up being a kicker somehow.
Was he the one that got arrested? One of your
Aldrich Rosas?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's Josh Brown, dude. That was domestic abuse, but. Dude, he was like Gostowski good. Like he was automatic.
Aldrich Rosas?
No, Josh. Josh Brown. We had him for like 5 years, and that dude never missed a kick. Like he was after Lawrence Tynes, and he was just like 55-yarder was easy for him. But then he had to hit a girl.
Jesus. They're like the older kickers though, like David Kurz or like Gostkowski or Vinatieri. Like those kickers were like really good.
Like Nick Folk now.
Yeah.
I mean, even like Justin Tucker is getting up there now.
How good was Dan Bailey on the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Sebastian Janikowski.
For a little, yeah. Brandon Aubrey's really good.
Yeah, Janikowski was good.
Brandon Aubrey's really good, and then when he goes to kick it in week 3 with the spread on the line, he decides to miss it then. It's like, oh, okay.
Matt Bryant was like the best fantasy kicker I've ever seen.
Matt Bryant was really good. Andrew Barnes loves Matt Bryant, actually.
Oh, dude, I love Matt Bryant. I would draft him every year, dude. Who's the Saints kicker? Oh, Will Lutz. He was there for a long time.
Yeah, he was pretty good for a little bit.
Yeah, he was fine. Yeah. He was whatever.
Now he's on Denver with Sean Payton again.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Is he their starting kicker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the best kicker in the league. Are you kidding me?
No, he was terrible. He was actually awful this year, I think. I mean, the kickers this week, Kaimi Fairbairn missed like 3 kicks, I think.
Yeah.
And like, it was totally like he's such a dome kicker.
How rigged was that ending? Like, what was that? Like, they just take a safety, so it ends at 9? Are you serious?
That was funny. That was so fucking funny. I was so mad at the fact that the Chiefs were about to win, and then they did that, and I was like, oh my god, they're not even going to fucking cover. That's crazy.
So, that Jaden Daniels performance was one of the best quarterback performances I've ever seen. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, he's nasty.
That was a clinic. The
Lions choked, though.
I said after the game, I don't think I touched this to you guys, but I said after the game, the Lions championship window, now they not won.
What a time for you to freeze.
You just lagged out.
Can you hear me or no?
Yeah, you're coming back.
You got to start over.
Did you lose me or Antonio?
No, we lost you.
You got to rewind.
Right as you started saying, you were like, I said this right after the game, and then you started lagging.
Wow, now I can't say it.
I think you said their championship window is closed or something.
Yeah, that is what I said.
I don't think it's closed.
I think if they were going to win it, it was going to be this year. I think it's tough to come back from this after the year before.
I do think the only way.
One seed again, but I still think they're going to be really good next year. But maybe last year.
The only way for them to not make this a curse is they have to win the Super Bowl next year.
They have to go.
Because if they go to the NFC Championship and lose again next year in some crazy way, you're going to be like, oh, they're cursed.
I'm with Sal. Like, this is probably the best shot they have.
This is definitely the best shot they have. They were hurt all year.
But next year,
they had some injuries.
Still be really, like,
I did not expect Jared Goff to have a oopsie like that.
This was their best shot because you look at that division, right? Like, you don't know. Like, the Packers could pop off for a huge season next year. Like, it was the best division in the league this year. Normally, the fucking Vikings, bro. The Bears
are on the come up.
Better.
Yeah, the Bears are on the come up.
You're probably not winning 15 games again.
I want a little credit for the Eagles playing in Detroit makes no sense because that was so true last week. I never could see Philly at Detroit.
Well, we said it too. We were like, if Washington somehow wins, you hammer the Eagles.
Everything on the Eagles, and then they end up not covering the spread by half a point too, or by 1 point.
Yeah, because they tried to give that game away to the Rams. They tried to give it away.
Well, that game was so funny because it's like, okay, Saquon goes and scores a touchdown. You're like, oh, I'm going to cover. And then Elliott misses the extra point. You're like, oh, no chance. And then they just go right down the field and score.
If it's Eagles-Bills, then the Eagles are free because the Bills have lost Super Bowls to every single NFC East team except for the Eagles.
Wow.
The 4 they lost in a row was Giants, Redskins, Cowboys.
Well, he's going to lose to Patrick Mahomes 4 times because it's the curse of 4 with Buffalo.
Either way, they're fucking cursed.
They
have really to win to not be cursed. They have to win the whole thing.
If I take the Chiefs, then the Bills could win. That's the only way. Like if I put my money on the Chiefs.
So it's all up to you, is what you're saying.
So
there's stronger forces than me, but I'm up there.
I think the fate of the AFC Championship is in your hands.
I need Allen to bet on the Chiefs.
I was just gonna say the fate of the world is in Allen Hanna's hands.
I need Rich Hanna to bet the Chiefs.
Yeah, Rich Hanna definitely likes the Chiefs. We know the other team is free.
Who did Rich Hanna have? Did you have Washington against Rich Hanna, or was it a different game this weekend? Was it the Eagles? You had something against them.
I think you broke him.
Oh, I had Houston. Houston plus 8.5. And you covered?
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. Okay.
Too bad.
Here's what I'm gonna say before we start analyzing these two games. What % chance do the Commanders have of winning this game?
33.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
I'd say that's
it's
pretty
definitely
generous.
not impossible.
I think if you play this game,
Jaden Daniels looked really good.
You play this game 100 times, they win 33. Like, obviously, but like 1 out of every 3 times this happens. Like, they'll go on the road and they'll go and upset them. But Saquon Barkley's done a run for 150, 200 yards. That's just a given at this point. If
I will say this is going to be a lot tougher game, I think, for the Eagles.
Yeah.
Than the Rams in the snow. Once it started snowing in that Rams-Eagles game, the Rams started to fall apart. The Rams were kind of in control of that game, and then it started to snow, and the weather started becoming a factor, and they started to shit a little bit, which we said would happen. We were like, if it's a snow game, it's over for them.
I mean, Jan Daniels had like 350 passing yards against them earlier this season, had 38 points at home, so I can easily see him having a good game. It's not crazy to think that they win. It really isn't.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy that like I'm not really worried about Jaden Daniels in this game. Like I'm not worried about it being like him. You know what I mean? Like he's shown so much poise. Like to go into Detroit and play a game like that, that's not easy to do. That place was rocking, and like he just is not fazed by anything, which is a very good sign. And very good to have in your quarterback, but I mean, who knows? I'd say 25%. That was what I was gonna say. So 1 out of every 4 they win this one, which I think is pretty decent.
Yeah.
Because nobody is saying the Commanders are going to the Super Bowl. Everyone's joking about like, oh, we want the Commanders versus Bills. That's what everybody wants. But no one is giving them a serious, like, hey, they could make the Super Bowl. And I'm here to say they could make the Super Bowl.
I would love if it was Commanders Chiefs and the Commanders won. That'd be the best story ever.
Yeah. I think, because if the Commanders win, it has to be the Chiefs. I don't think it's the Bills.
Too much red, no?
It's not even about that. It's more just like...
It would be too much red again. Last year was red on red.
It'd be too good. There has to be a hero and a villain. There has to be a hero versus a villain. And, like, that doesn't do it. That's 2 heroes. It doesn't really matter. Because if the Bills win and the Eagles win, nobody wants the Eagles to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, then everyone's on the Bills for sure.
They're the Chiefs of the NFC, and the Chiefs are the Chiefs of the AFC. So, like, one of them has to make it.
What would a Commanders-Chiefs spread be?
Chiefs, probably the same as this one. Chiefs minus 6.5.
Yeah, I think that's right. 5.5 or 6.
Yeah, anything in that range.
What would Antonio say?
What I think the spread is?
What would the spread if it was Commanders-Chiefs?
Yeah.
Plus 7.5.
Oh, wow. Commanders. Wow.
So maybe 6.5.
Yeah.
No, not in favor of the Commanders. I said plus 6.5.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
Whoa. Chill, buddy. We know what you meant. Okay. Now, out of these 4 teams left, who has the biggest chance of winning the Super Bowl? According to FanDuel, it's the Eagles.
Kansas City Chiefs.
I mean, yeah, if you look at this analytically.
Well, I'm just saying the Eagles are favored, and then the Chiefs, Bills, Commanders.
I mean, it's like Tom Brady. We do this every year, and then he's in the Super Bowl. It's like, okay, why are we like sitting here pitting against it?
Yeah. All right. Let's dive a little deeper. Let's head into the NFC Championship game. The Washington Commanders head to the Eagles. Eagles minus 6.5 at home. Over under 47.5. Big spread. We said that about the Commanders heading into Detroit. We're like, they could cover that number. This is a good team.
This is a really easy game in my mind.
Yeah? Let me hear
Eagles minus 6.5. Don't look back. Don't think twice.
Antonio, what do you think? The suspense is killing me, dude.
Eagles drop 45.
Wow. How many do the Commanders drop?
Drop maybe less than 20.
Wow. I would be surprised if the Commanders scored less than 20. I would be very surprised.
No. Eagles like 45-24 or something like that. I could see Saquon having a really big day, and then like also AJ Brown taking his penis out.
There's a chance. There's a world where Jaden Daniels looks horrible in this game.
It's true.
There is a world, definitely. I mean, the rookie thing catches up to him.
I'm talking like 2-3 picks and gotten sacked like 10 times. Like if Philly's defense is like Sunday, that's very possible.
I will say, I haven't
I could
seen
just
that.
I could just see Philly's offense having a breakout day.
Yeah, Philly's offense. I feel like whatever their team total is, they're easily hitting it.
I think it's the thing that bothers me the most is like I could sit here and say like, oh, Jaden Daniels is gonna have a stinker, but like I haven't seen it yet. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I'm not even.
It would be the first time. It would be like I've never seen that out of him. But like, could it happen? Obviously. But could Jalen Hurts have a stinker?
I'm not sitting here saying I expect Jaden Daniels to have a bad game, but I think if there's ever a time for him to have a bad game, it's this one. It's on the road as a divisional dog against Philly. Like, Philly's going to be going absurd in that game. Chances to go to the Super Bowl. The fans are going to be darn odds. So it just seems like an environment for a rookie that's going to be too big for him. That just is what I can't see Washington keeping this game close. This is Philly by 14 or more. This is alternate line.
I agree with both of you. I think the Eagles cover the 6.5. I think it could be one of those things where it's like every other Eagles game where it's kind of close the whole game, and then towards the end of the third quarter into the fourth, the Eagles just start running away with it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Literally totally and figuratively with Saquon. Yes. I don't know what the score would be. I do kind of like the over in this game. Just because like the Eagles score a lot of points, the Commanders score a lot of points. I mean, in terms of defense, the Commanders might have an edge, no? On defense. Is that faded
not
to say
in the
or no?
line.
I would not say so.
Not the defensive line. Secondary, I'd say that they have a significant advantage.
I wouldn't disagree with you there.
Sanders still
but I think
has been very good.
I mean, dude, D-line.
I mean, Jalen Carter's
the playoffs, dude.
Jalen Carter's a monster. Like, just an actual monster.
Yeah, I mean, I think like they have a decent squad. I do think the defense, it's a lot closer than people might think it is.
Do you still stream this, Nolan? JR's asking.
No, I don't stream this. We just record and post, baby. So he can't come into the chat and troll us.
And take a shit.
Yeah.
Can you bring us into the bathroom when you take a shit?
I'll do that.
You won't.
If I had to take a shit, I would.
Next time you're on the podcast and you say I have to take a shit, you're going into the bathroom with the video.
Next time I have to take a shit, we're doing the podcast.
Next time I do the podcast, I'm going to take a shit.
We all take a shit while the podcast is going on.
Just stare at the camera.
Never mute once.
Stare at the camera is crazy.
Staring into the camera. Yeah. Okay, so we're all in agreement on this game. Eagles.
So Washington wins. Washington wins and covers for sure.
Listen, man, I kind of hope so. My heart wants the Commanders, but my brain is like, I don't know. That's so unlikely.
I don't know why. The matchup I want is Eagles-Bills. That's the matchup I want to see.
I think that's the matchup everyone really wants. Well, everyone really wants Commanders-Bills, but I think realistically, everyone would kind of want to see Philly versus Buffalo.
Eagles-Bills would be a hell of a jam, but let's throw on the next jam.
All right, the next game. The Buffalo Bills head to Kansas City, take on the Chiefs. Chiefs are -1.5 at home, over under 47.5. Same over under as the other game.
So very glad that this was not a Mahomes underdog situation.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's no way that Buffalo should be going in here and.
What's the line?
-1.5 for the Chiefs.
-1.5.
-1.5.
So JR wants me quote him. It is pretty simple. You think about what a reasonable amount to bet on a game is, you triple that, and then double that. Triple, and then you put that on the Kansas City money line. The new GOAT is not losing at home.
He's probably right.
He loves Patrick Mahomes, huh?
He's probably right. Oh, he loves Patrick Mahomes.
He gets on his knees for Patrick Mahomes now for no reason. Just randomly, he started doing that.
Randomly.
We need to start like cutting away to our friends excited during the podcast, like they're like broadcast weather broadcasters out in the field.
I think he hates Brady, Sal, but he doesn't want to get like shit on by us, so he doesn't really like to say it like that. So
he's got to live through Mahomes.
Yeah, he's really excited about Mahomes.
Fair. It's a nice observation.
I so badly try to do the reverse psychology thing where I'm just like, oh, Patrick Mahomes is really good, but deep down my hatred is too much.
Yeah, because he can't say Peyton Manning's the best ever. That's the whole thing. So now he has to say,
no, but Peyton Manning is the best regular season quarterback of all time.
So is Lamar Jackson, but nobody cares.
Lamar Jackson, when it's all said and done, he'll probably be the best regular season quarterback.
Could be, dude. I don't know.
He's already kind of there.
I would give GOAT to Pat if he gets.
Him and Josh Allen
MVPs,
are like putting up.
Okay.
Yeah.
5 MVPs, 5 Super Bowls. Because 5 MVPs is ridiculous. 5 Super Bowls is ridiculous, and I wouldn't say he was the GOAT, but I wouldn't argue against somebody. But my argument would be
I'm not doing
this. Pat twice.
I'm not doing this.
You know what I like that. Oh wait, let's make our predictions for this game though. Did we make our predictions?
I'm taking the Chiefs because it's stupid not to. That's my only reasoning.
Give me the Buffalo Bills, baby. Josh Allen's breaking through. He's going to the Super Bowl, and once he gets to the Super Bowl, he's not losing it. That's all I'm gonna say. Bills +1.5. Come on, Antonio, join me.
I don't want to pick.
They don't.
That means he wants. That means he wants to pick the Chiefs, but he's such a Bills fan that he can't do it.
He knows the Chiefs are winning, but he loves the Bills. That's the problem.
No, I want to pick the Chiefs, and I want it to be a jinx.
Oh, we're gonna play that card.
That's why I'm taking the Chiefs. What?
You didn't say that.
I didn't say anything.
No, if the Bills are winning the bowl, dude, I have to be there with them. I'm taking the Bills.
Let's fucking go.
God knows, I might not bet this game. I need it to just be all raw emotion. I don't know if I could bet this game a 4th time.
I think
that was gut-wrenching last year.
We're in really good shape if the Eagles beat the Commanders, because if the Eagles beat the Commanders and the Bills have a shot. If the Commanders win, there's no shot.
Antonio, you gotta think about that meme of the guy mining the diamonds, though. Like, the 4th time you have to be right. That's why you keep persisting.
The other thing, too, is what is the NFL going to have to do about these penalties that they keep? Was that just like a Chiefs thing?
Nothing. They just give them to them. That should be factored in at this point. Like, here's what I'll say. Here's a point I want to say.
Okay.
In order for the Bills to win this game, it has to be by like 10 or more points.
If this game is within too big to rig.
If this game is within 3 or 4 points, they're not winning it. That's just how it goes. Yeah. The Chiefs win that game every single time.
The problem
they have to beat them by 7 to 10 points or more to just win this game.
I agree with you. The problem is the Chiefs are good enough to not give the ball up, so you're not going to get points off turnovers. And number 2, the refs during the game do everything in their power to keep the game close because they know that. So, like, that's when all the shit happens, is when they're in the middle of the game and you see, like, a random, roughing the passer or holding or, whatever it may be. Like it's every single time. It's not even like late in the game anymore because they realize if they do it late in the game, everyone is going to notice, and everyone's already noticing anyway. But it really magnifies when they do it at the end of the game to make the outcome happen.
Yeah, dude. I saw a replay of that clip from the Eagles and Eagles Chiefs Super Bowl a couple years ago, where there was that like
That
dumb
holding at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holding when he placed his hand on his back.
Because they know if they do it like that, but that's in the Super Bowl though. Because that's in the Super Bowl. There's no games left, so they don't give a fuck.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, if there's some like obviously corrupt shit like officiating wise going on this weekend, and it decides the end of the Bills game and the Bills lose, the Bills players literally might jump the refs, dude. I'm not kidding.
It's surprising when Troy Aikman and Joe Buck are like saying shit.
Oh yeah, and they easily get fined for saying stuff like that too.
Yeah, and it's funny when it's so obvious that they start pointing it out, because us at home, we're pointing it out and like they don't even like talk about it. And now it's finally like translating to the broadcasters where they're like, this is bullshit.
Like, anyone with two eyes can see that it's like clear as day right for the Chiefs.
The two roughing the passer calls, I think, were they both on Anderson or was it just one? The first one was on Anderson.
One for sure. Yeah.
And the second one was when he was running and then just dropped as soon as they got to him.
See, that's the thing.
That was ridiculous.
What? Stroud got sacked 9 times, right?
Probably, yeah, I think so. He got sacked a bunch.
There's no world where Patrick Mahomes ever gets sacked 9 times in any football game. If the defensive line is getting to Pat Mahomes that bad, the refs won't let him be sacked more than 4 or 5 times. The rest will just be flags.
The thing that bothers me is the Chiefs' offensive line never gets called for holding. Ever. Like, not one time.
Here's my thing. Like, if I say, like, I know we're kind of back on this conversation. If I say, like, what's Tom Brady's best moment, I could name you 10. The Falcons comeback, the Seattle Super Bowl, the Ravens playoff game. Like, there's, like, 10 I could name, right? Like, if I really ask you what's Patrick Mahomes' best moment, what are you going to tell me? Like, I know he has some, but, like,
probably,
what's
like,
beating the Bills in the last minute.
The Bills with, like, 12 seconds left. That was probably their best.
Okay. All right.
But even then, it was kind of lame. Or the overtime against the Bills.
Yeah.
Those are probably the two. But other than that, I'm just like, there really isn't any. Someone on Twitter summed it up really good, though.
What is so fucking funny, dude?
He's not paying attention to us at all. He doesn't give a fuck about what we're saying.
I heard you.
Stop texting the group chat. We have important shit to go over. Someone on Twitter summed it up perfectly. They said, like, because they're not a Pats fan and they're not a Chiefs fan. They summed it up perfectly. They said, like, something along the lines of Tom Brady. They hated Tom Brady and the Patriots because the Patriots were, like, dominant and in a way that you kind of respected. Yeah, there was the whole like cheating stuff, but like,
I mean, dude, I think
we can agree. I think we can agree. Like, other than Spygate, the other shit,
this is coming
like the
from a Pats fan, dude. There is hatred, and there was hatred.
Right,
out there for this
right.
team.
But it was in a way that you kind of respect. You kind of respected Tom Brady. The shit that Patrick Mahomes is doing now, you don't even like respect him.
I did a different.
Sal just said it perfectly. What is a moment? Like, it's like there's so many moments.
I did a different comment that I read, and it was like the NFL hates like the Patriots and like Brady much, that it would make sense that they just come right back and have a Chiefs dynasty that's just better than the Patriots dynasty.
Yeah, they want to
just win 7 Super Bowls, then everyone's just like, well,
yeah, and that's the other factor.
Like you basically
like,
just
the league hated the Patriots.
Yeah, and now it's gonna be like less, like 7 Super Bowls is ridiculous, dude.
But like, how are you that good every year? Like, that's insanity. Like, you're that much better than every team.
He wasn't even that good this year.
He wasn't.
Like the Chiefs in general, yeah.
The Chiefs being good this year was so fluky,
they
bro.
went 11-6, and they started the season off like 6-6. They looked like shit.
I was fully convinced last year they were not going to the Super Bowl. Fully.
I'm fully convinced this year too. I don't care.
They're winning, and then
if they get to the Super Bowl, guess who I'm taking? I'm taking the Eagles or the Commanders because fuck the Chiefs. I'm so sick of it.
I'm not taking the Eagles there, dude.
I'm so sick of it, dude.
I might be a spectator for the first game and just go Eagles second game. I think that might be my plan for the weekend.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
Well, what do you mean?
Because I don't want any part of that game if I'm on the wrong side. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I think that's smart, but we're gonna be expecting the bullshit. We're gonna be expecting the bullshit, and maybe I mean, like they're under a heavy microscope now because everyone was talking about it this week.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing. I'm not sitting here thinking that it's gonna be different. Sorry.
It's not gonna be different.
He's the golden boy. He gets pampered. It just is what it is.
And then him flopping like that too. It's like, dude, I get why. I never like blame a player for flopping.
What is so funny, bro? Why are you? Why is he laughing at every time?
I'm listening to Nolan. I'm smiling.
You were like half giggling, but okay, whatever.
But yeah, the flopping thing got me too. Like I don't. See, now he knows it's got you, so he's gonna keep doing it, even if he's not laughing.
What's everyone's best pick out of this?
No. Stop. I want to. What was Nolan saying? I was listening to that.
Sorry.
I was saying, I don't even remember what I was saying.
Oh, come on.
I hate Patrick Mahomes.
Now I forget.
Thanks,
I hate Patrick Mahomes.
Thanks.
That summed it up.
Best pick of the week, John.
Eagles minus 6.5.
Eagles minus 6.5.
Eagles minus 6.5.
Alrighty, gentlemen. This was fun.
No, here's something that you guys might like. So FanDuel has this thing. I don't know if this is new or not. I don't remember seeing this ever before. They have hypothetical matchups where they put every single matchup of what the Super Bowl could be, and they give you a spread for it. And they give you like money line.
What's Commanders Chiefs? Well, I said like 5.5 or 6.
Right now they have Chiefs minus 4.5.
Oh, really? That's way
surprising. Yeah, I would think 5.5 at least.
And then they have Chiefs, Eagles. Chiefs
are minus the favorite.
Chiefs are minus 1.5.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not surprised there.
Bills, Eagles. They have Bills.
Eagles
minus
are 2.5.
Bills minus 1.5. Yeah, that's kind of nuts.
Bills Commanders. It's Bills minus 3.5.
Bills minus 4.5.
Wow. Okay.
So Commanders are minus 4.5. The biggest total would be Bills.
Oh my
Commanders.
God, Antonio! If it was Bills Commanders, I'm taking Commanders. I'm sorry, I am.
That'd be so sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird game.
Yeah, weird game. That's not
why
the Super Bowl.
It's not gonna be the Super Bowl.
There's no shot. It's a Super Bowl.
No shot.
If that's a Super, I mean.
So hold on. So if the Bills win the first game, net worth on the Eagles the second game. That's easy.
I thought the Eagles was the first game. No, the Eagles and Commanders is the
Eagles
first
are the first game easily.
Oh, okay.
No way they're not having the Bills game at night.
If Washington wins, everything on the Chiefs.
Yeah. And that's why I said if the Eagles win, we're in good shape because the Bills have a shot. I said if the Commanders win, there's no way the Bills win.
Dude, I was thinking today, like, am I gonna get as excited? Like, if the Bills win this weekend, am I gonna get as excited for them as I would if, like, the Giants won the NFC Championship? I'm really curious about that.
You're not like up in front of your TV rooting for them. Like if the Giants were in the NFC Championship game, you would be up in front of your TV rooting for them.
I mean, very true. But last year, the Bills and Chiefs game, I was like, that felt like I was rooting for my team.
Fair.
And I was, I didn't want to think after that. I wanted no,
because it's like you like the Bills and you also hate the Chiefs. So it's
exactly. I wanted no conscious thought in my brain for a week after that game.
You're watching it as if it's like the Giants versus Dallas in the NFC Championship.
Yeah. I mean, if the Bills win the Super Bowl, dude, I'll cry.
The Patrick Mahomes goes down this weekend, I'll be very happy.
I hope it happens, but we sit here every week and we say that, and it just never happens.
Dude, I'll fly to New Orleans. I swear to God, if the Bills go,
we're gonna do this podcast for 20 years, and every week we're gonna be like, "This is the week that Patrick Mahomes loses in the playoffs." Like it's this.
Feels like 400-0.
Is he the Undertaker? Like how
he is the Undertaker? Him at the Super Bowl is the Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Wow.
Oh. That broke him, dude. That broke him. He lags out right as I say that. That's so funny.
That was so fast too.
I don't think he meant to do that, but
oh, I forget what I was gonna say.
His shit's been lagging the whole time. There's no way he meant to do that. Wonder if his phone died. Is that not the perfect analogy, though?
Oh, what was I gonna say when he was done? God damn it! What was he? You gotta remind me. What even were we talking about?
He was saying like we're gonna do the podcast for 20 years and keep saying that the Chiefs are gonna lose, and Patrick Mahomes is gonna win every single time.
So is that gonna be like the thing? Like, the Chiefs are gonna win the Super Bowl this year, and then next year they're gonna be like, are they gonna four-peat, folks? There's never been a three-peat, and they're gonna be the first four-peat team, and then they're gonna four-peat, and then Pat never wins another one again, and then the whole thing is gonna be: is it Tom's 7 rings or is it Pat's four-peat?
I mean, it would be crazy if like Patrick Mahomes won like 7 Super Bowls in a row. Like, could you imagine?
Shut the fuck up.
No, I know, but I'm just saying,
it doesn't seem out of the realm of possibility right now.
A 4-peat would be. I mean, a 3-peat is crazy enough. A 3-peat in the NFL is crazy. Like, it's not as crazy in like basketball or like baseball. Like, I mean, teams could 3-peat. Teams are good enough.
I didn't realize this. The last team to repeat as World Series champions was the Yankees from 99 to 2000.
Yeah,
that surprised me when I saw that.
I'm saying it like could happen more often in baseball. It's probably happened more often in baseball. It's never happened in the NFL. So like, I don't know. I think like, obviously, if any team's gonna do it, in the early 2000s, I would have said the Patriots, but in this era, definitely the Chiefs. Because here's the thing: let's say they lose this game, and then they go into the off season, are they gonna be just as good next year? I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be just as good next year.
What, if they come back with the same team?
Like, if they come back with the same team, like, think about all those one-possession games that they could have lost.
Absolutely.
This season could have been very different for them. And without the help of the refs, I don't know where they would be. They'd probably be a wild card team.
Well, that was the whole storyline with, remember when the Vikings went 13-3 a few years ago with Kirk? And like the whole storyline was they, like, literally every single one of their wins was by 1 score or less. So people were like, they could have been a freaking 5-11 team just as easily as they were a 13-3 team.
Yeah.
And then the Giants fondled them.
Wait, let me use can use AI. I bet Sal's phone died. That's why he didn't text right away. I was wondering why he was so lagging.
That's what I was thinking.
I was literally, it's crazy, is like in my head I was thinking like, I wonder if it's like phone's low battery or something. Figured he probably would have plugged it in though.
Alan just sent a screenshot of a song, and he said at minute mark 150, 9/11 happens.
The fuck is he talking about? You know what I was thinking about when I was watching the Chiefs game this weekend? I was thinking like, are the Chiefs and like, now that I think about it, it might be dumb because the league loves them so much, but if it ever turned and they hate them, what's their cheating scandal gonna be? Like, are we gonna like find out like 5 years from now that like during these years, like the Chiefs the whole time had the refs on their side? Like, some ref is gonna retire and like start talking, being like, yeah, they said like going into the game, like, you better call stuff for the Chiefs. Like, are we gonna get that sort of like scandal?
Yeah, but then that would be the NFL being in on it.
Yeah.
The NFL wasn't in on like the balls deflating or anything like that, or the.
Yeah, no, I know that. I mean, that whole thing was just that whole thing was so dumb. But I don't know. I think it's like we need something like that to like parallel the Patriots dynasty. We need like some sort of scandal. It'd be crazy if like Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift broke up and then she started dating like some other guy on the team. Like, wouldn't that be great? That would be nuts.
That'd be so funny, dude.
Or like we find out like Patrick Mahomes cheats on his wife.
Yeah.
I think though she's so annoying that if that came out, no one would care. Everyone would be like, "We understand."
Oh yeah.
She's so fucking annoying. Everyone would be like, "Yeah, we figured you were." Poor Sal, man. R.I.P. to Sal. I think I broke him.
Is he having a stroke?
Okay, so yeah, so the Chiefs won 11 one-score games this year. And won all of them. Like that's
crazy.
And that doesn't help their case about like the refs helped them. That actually hurts their case because like an NFL team, like you don't think they lose one of those? At least one?
Yeah, that's so stupid.
They won all of them? And they were what, 15-1? 16-1?
Yeah, they started off 15-1. They ended 15-2 because they got blanked by the 49ers when they started Carson Wentz.
Right. So then it's like,
are the Bills gonna injure Pat on purpose, dude?
On purpose?
In like the first quarter?
Yeah, honestly, just drill them. Take the 15. Who cares? Just drill them. First series.
Just take out the knee. Take them out for next year too.
Yeah. I've been waiting for something like that. Like, it's got to be like boiling over. Like, there's got to be dudes out there that hate him. Especially remember when they lost to the Bills. And
I mean, dude, some quarterbacks just don't get hurt. Eli Manning never missed a game for an injury.
Or remember, like, yeah, true. Patrick Mahomes is like that, but he fakes it. He gets hurt and then like is fine 2 plays later. Like I literally that game that he got hurt, I thought he was out for the year. When that game,
dude, there's been a couple of times where like I've thought I've seen his ankle go sideways.
Right?
There's been like more than one occasion.
What game was it this year that he got hurt and I was like, dude, he might be done.
He might have Steph Curry ankles, honestly.
No, Steph Curry's ankles are way worse. He actually gets hurt.
Right.
He actually might be the opposite. He might have like vibranium ankles. Damn, that's so crazy that it was 11 one-score games.
It's horrible, dude.
Okay, now let's say the Chiefs win this year. What likelihood are they to win again next year? You got to say that they're the favorite next year, right?
Yeah, I mean, who else is?
Right? Like, it sucks to be like...
There's no good teams. There's
dude, the Ravens and Bills... The Ravens and Bills and the Eagles and the Commanders are so good. And you can just tell that they're going to be good for a while. And it's like, dude, the Chiefs, I feel like right now, watching them play, they're like gasping for air to stay in this.
I'd say if the Eagles win the Super Bowl this year, they're probably the favorite going into next season too. And I'd probably say the same for the Bills.
Yeah, I would agree with that because like those teams... Yeah, I feel like whoever wins should automatically be the favorite.
But like if Washington wins the NFC, they're not the favorite to win the NFC.
Yeah, probably not.
Going into next year.
How crazy would it be for...
Them and the Eagles would probably have about the same odds if that happened. And then like I bet the Lions and Niners have like better odds.
The Niners always have the best. It doesn't matter how well
That's
they
what
play.
I mean. Is like if they're going into the season with a healthy team next year, the odds makers are going to be all over the Niners.
I mean they have to.
And like I'm not faulting them for that, you know.
Yeah. How crazy would it be if the Commanders won the Super Bowl? Like if Jaden Daniels as a rookie won the Super Bowl, like that would be like next level shit.
I don't want that to happen actually, because they have 3 Super Bowls. The Giants have 4. If the Commanders make the Super Bowl, dude, and the Chiefs make the Super Bowl, I'm rooting for the Chiefs probably.
Shut up. That's so lame.
Yeah,
why?
Fuck, dude.
You would rather have Patrick Mahomes have a 3-peat than have the Commanders win with a rookie quarterback? That's insane.
And tie my team for the 3rd most Super Bowls of all time?
Brother, I would get it if the Giants had the most. But like eventually over time, that's going to get broken.
We were second until you guys had to fucking pass us.
Well, no, didn't the Steelers have 6?
Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, the Steelers have 6, Cowboys have 5.
Yeah. See, you're barely up there, bro.
And the Niners have 5.
How many teams have 4?
Less teams than that has 5.
How many have 3?
The Giants might be the only one with 4. The Packers have 3. The Commanders have 3. The Raiders have 2 or 3.
No, Green Bay has 4.
Oh, they do? Oh, yeah, also the Chiefs. Dude, yeah, the Chiefs have 4 now.
Oh, the Chiefs have 3.
They won one without Pat.
I don't think so.
Maybe you're right.
The list I have, they have 3.
I think that list is right.
So, like, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 teams with 3. So, eventually the Giants are going to get... You just don't want it to be the Commanders because they're in the same division? Who cares?
Of course, dude.
But the Cowboys already have more.
I mean, I definitely hate them the least out of all those teams. I really hate the Eagles, dude. I was not happy when they won that game.
I don't like the Eagles either.
Dude, I was shit talking. And dude, there were Giants fans at Sal's house that were rooting for the Eagles in that game against the Pats, and I'm like, what is wrong with you, dude? It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It's just the Philadelphia Eagles, bro.
Well, they just took the other side of what you're talking about. Like, you're doing that now. You said you would take the Chiefs over the Commanders. It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
What? You would be at Sal's house rooting for the Chiefs. That was the same thing they were doing.
This doesn't involve our team's skin, though.
What are you talking about? The Eagles winning a Super Bowl, like you said, is
this has nothing to do with the Chiefs.
I know, but I'm saying it's the same situation.
I'm so confused.
I don't know. Where's Sal, bro?
Yeah, how much longer do we give him until we just...
I don't know. I mean,
I guess we made our picks for the weekend. Yeah, we all said Eagles, but a response from him would be nice.
What if like a bomb hit his house?
No shit.
Sal lagged out and has not texted anything in the last however long it's been, like 5 minutes. That's kind of nuts.
You want to give him till 6:05?
Yeah. Well, at least have him like text me back. Be like, "Are you alive?" What did you think about Ben Johnson to the Bears?
Yeah, I guess that might be a good fit.
I want to sorry. I want to sit here and say it's an upgrade. But then again, you don't really know because he's never been a head coach before, but I feel like you would be better than Matt Eberflus.